Hi, this is Ernie Burns of Burns Estate Planning and Wealth Advisors, and
Gerrod Galliano.
he's one of my advisors here also. Hey, listen, I know we're in 3 states, but we service all 50. This is a great interview today because what we're going to talk about today is how is AI affecting the stock market. And Gerrod, one thing that's been said many times is AI going to have a big boom? Is it going to be a blow up like the .com in the past? And my analogy on that analysis and is this: no. There's so many companies that are profitable now. Many of you might not have been aware of the markets back then because you were too young, but in 1990, when all this started with the internet and everything started occurring with .coms, there was a lot of companies out there that had analysis of what they were worth. Mm-hmm. 10 billion, 5 billion, a million, whatever it might be. But they actually had produced no income. They were just all analysis of what they were actually worth. People's opinions, in other words. And when this all came to fruition, during the crash in 1991 and 93, during that time period, when those crashes occurred, it was because those companies had no profits. Well, Gerrod, we see today NVIDIA, Broadcom, Google, and others make tremendous profits along with their growth in AI.
And also, these companies were companies before the AI boom. They produced physical things, chips, video cards, semiconductors. They did these things before the AI boom took off. And with the advent of the demand for the AI, and you look at the industries that are really chasing this, it's analytics, things that you would expect, the financial industry, the medical industry, such as imaging medical records. They want this technology, and it's a real application that can help their business in real time. So the big difference, like you alluded to with the bubble, is these are pre-existing companies that make pre-existing commodities that are getting a boost from the AI, which is why we don't really compare the two as a bubble.
That and they're profitable. They're actually have income coming in. Okay, let's get to the meat of why we're having this interview today, is how is AI affecting the stock market and how is it going to affect it in the future? So we're going to talk, Gerrod and I are going to get detail about this a little bit more. High frequency trading is one. The algorithms have the capabilities of making trades, thousands of trades per second, which changes the outcome of what's happening in a particular stock at times, and it adds volatility to the market.
Right. And on top of that, you've got, what is all this based on? It's all based on perception. And when you have the perception that these few companies, they can produce the type of chip, the type of video card, the type of technology that's required for these large language models to be able to read all this data at once. And it's like, okay, well, we know the companies, let's invest. And then when you have the fear of, oh, what if somebody else comes up? Then all of a sudden they're less valuable, they're more valuable. So there's a little bit of that going on where it's like a horse race. Who's going to get the edge? Who's got the best AI model? Who's the most actual easy to use? Like we've seen with Google recently, where maybe they don't have the best AI engine, but
Gemini's much faster than
you just click
the
on
others.
it and it's there. So that's been a big part of it too.
And going right into what you just said, AI, another feature of it, is able to break down a ton of information and data and articles and public settlement at one time, and very, very quickly to determine the value of that stock. So therefore, all that information is able to break down very, very quickly, whereas before it could take several days to break that information down. Now it's done in just a few seconds. So therefore, trading today is very even in the sense of all the information, all the public information is out there. With AI breaking all that information down very quickly, it's trading at the correct values right now.
I think it is. We definitely see the volatility because there's always going to be two sides of the coin. Is there some fear that at some points, maybe these companies are spending too much money? Sure, that's a real fear. But then you see the results. You see the results of the actual money they're making.
Their earnings are coming in very positive.
So you definitely see some pullback moments, and you can see money moving from these core AI type, I guess AI and AI adjacent companies. You'll see it start to bleed out into some more traditional companies, the Walmarts, the Caterpillars, the GEs of the world. And then you see it going back, to where you see the sentiment, okay, maybe it's too high. Let's go traditional. And then maybe it's not. The reports are coming out that they're making a bunch of money. Let's put more in there. So you kind of see this play out. For us, we look at it every day, so you kind of see it every day.
And the predictive analysis is another feature of AI. It's able to break down all that data and give predictability of what the true value of the stocks are, or positions or companies are actually valued at. That information is breaking down much faster too. That gives you the benefit of knowing if you should be purchasing the stock because it's undervalued, or should you not purchase it because it's overvalued, wait for a pullback. So we had that discussion at lunch. A lot of companies are going up in value, and are they overbought? And then that's a weigh in. You have to weigh that in yourself. I mean, I bought many companies that were hitting new highs that kept hitting new additional highs, and there's other companies you buy in too high, it drops. You have to wait 6 months to a year for it to come back. So it's timing it's hard to time the market. You don't want to time the market. The time in the market, you're going to make money. Time in the market, you get burnt. But you can use AI to help you predict those predictabilities of values very quickly.
And one thing we talked about as a bit of a hedge, if you're kind of you're in, but maybe not all the way in on some of this. Maybe it's too high, maybe it's not. But ultimately, you still want to participate. Well, you can purchase companies that still build and still have relationships with traditional manufacturing of other means that also get projects through AI, building data centers, things like that. But they also exist traditionally as just construction companies. So you get this boost without going all in on the portfolio, something that we like to see.
AI is able to use a look at a lot of things called look ahead, like cybersecurity, breakdown analysis of market manipulation, any type of insider trading, any type of risk management towards cybersecurity. AI is able to catch that now, and you have more attacks today than ever before, and it's just mounting up. So AI can really protect you at times too, and a lot of people are not aware of that.
Yeah, absolutely. I know for us, there's so much data out there when you try to make a decision that it can be information overload. And one thing that some of these AI engines are really good at is consolidating the important stuff all in one easy page where you're still getting good data, but instead of having to sift through it for 10, 20, 30 minutes, getting all that stuff yourself, it's there in 13, 20 seconds sometimes, which is really amazing. So I know personally we utilize it at moments when we're trying to get good data from different sources to consider all those things. And it's been very useful in our industry.
I won't say the custodian, because we were there about a year ago, a very large multi-billion-dollar, actually trillion-dollar firm. They get attacked, 1,500 to 1,500 times a day by cyber attacks. And AI is protecting that, which is protecting our livelihood, our financials overall. The next thing is financial institutions are able to use AI and do investment advice suggestions on financial goals, risk. When you sit down with us, we actually build you a roadmap for retirement the next 10 years, and then we build you a roadmap until age 90. And a lot of that's using AI. Mm-hmm. In the manner that we use it, we're able to come up with these figures and these numbers using AI properly to make sure that, you never run out of money, which is a lot of people's fear, right?
Exactly.
So we have a lot of software for you, which AI is contributing to build that out for you in the future, to give you the financial security to know that you can retire. And lastly, the challenges of AI in itself. I think it's the understanding that when used properly, it can be a big benefit for you and your family. We use it every day, like Gerrod was saying earlier, using Google. If you type in a question, it's going to answer you. You use Gemini now, and you also use what is that at home?
The Alexa or something?
Alexa. Yeah,
I don't use the Alexa.
But we use it Alexa a little bit at the house.
But that is cool.
There's a lot of things it can do in the house. It can turn the lights on and off, turn the TV on. It has different connections. So AI is only going to advance. And I did a presentation for about 150 clients a couple weeks ago. And we were watching this billionaire, Peter Buswani, and what he was stating that, an AI guru, he was stating that the technology and changes that we've had over the last 100 years, think about how it's changed. 100 years ago, all right? 100 years ago, in 1925, the highest technology we had was a Ford Model T. A Ford Model T was the highest technology that we had. Now today, take all of that's happened over the last 100 years, that will happen within the next 10 years. that type of information technology is going to change over the next 10 years. We're going to have all that happen that we've created over the last 100 years in a 10-year period.
Scary.
That's crazy. That's crazy. However, it can benefit you when used properly. At the same time, listen, if you want to look at your retirement portfolio for the future, if you want to look at how maybe we can help you look and see, make sure you don't run out of money, and how AI can help you, give us a call today at 1-800-308-4416, 1-800-308-4416, or look us up on the web at burnsestatePlanning.com.